Facebook real quick. Yes. Yes. But with a what? A soda, a beer.
You see, uh, self-help Bill, you just not catching up. See, I've been wondering all this time, where's all the conspiracy theorists at? I told y'all months ago this was gonna happen. I've been telling y'all for months, man. It's coming. Put your helmet on. So yeah, you don't get no shock from me. You just gonna get it. I told you so. And it's funny that you mentioned that because see, that got something to do with what I'm saying, the value of the naked eye. Just not catching up. Because see, sometimes let me tell you something. Your third eye, so you trying to go by your third eye, right? And you trying to see a picture, but you don't really got the knowledge and wisdom. See, sometimes, right, the naked eye, see, when a person don't really understand, the naked eye can become better than the third eye. You ever have a person, they come and tell you, right, like, look, I'm gonna give you the whole understanding of what happened. And you like, Scrams, listen, I understand what you're saying. Logically, what you're saying makes sense. But what I'm telling you is I was right there, son. I seen it with the naked eyes, son. Hey, what you doing? We ain't even got to go there, son. We ain't even got to, what you drawing all this stuff up? I'm telling you, I seen it. See, that's what happens with the knowledge sometimes. With a person, you want to come with this understanding, like, bruh, I was there. If you want to tell me, yeah, yo, I read this over here instead of this, bruh, I know that person. Like, we go to his crib right now. So sometimes you got to see the value, man, in the naked eye. You understand what I'm saying? See, sometimes a person get to fly so high, you forget that you from the planet Earth, son. And you're going to have to come back down. Yeah, that happens. Take a little trip over to the store. All the brothers that made it out to the show and prove for the first time, it looks like you came in right into the wire. Who knows where we go from here? As I'm saying, this is a bad look on a lot of levels. Because what they talk about, we might be going back to the bad old days. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people, man, that's unless you're down with the vaccine. If you're not down with the vaccine, it's going to be a lot of people who get left out of the good part. It seems, look, the city seems subdued too, man. It seemed like people was like, damn, streets is kind of clear today like it used to be. And the wild thing is this Harlem Week. I used to barely be able to get into Harlem on Harlem Week. We got caught in the stampede out there one year. Yeah. Same thing. My head and feel. Check comments over here. All right, we got the original Mr. 120. God, I be. What's going on, I be? We some's got to give. Some's got to give here. Fine understanding. Teeth, SW. Yeah, the original Mr. 120. Yeah, they coming hard, man. Well, I'm like, man, this is, I mean, look, I'm about to get all my I'm about to get all my my affairs in order. Where's Don Bishop? Because I know Don Bishop had to get a mandatory order already. Nah, I didn't see what the Florida governor said. Yeah, vaccination card, man. Listen. Yes, yo, it's today is more desolate than this. I mean, because it was starting to pick up. You know what I'm saying? It was starting to pick up. But as soon as we thought we was out, they drag us back in. Oh yeah. Oh, so the Florida governor said he's not doing no what's the name. So I guess the population of Florida is about to increase by about 700% because everybody's about to move to Florida. All of the business. Yeah, Chief, we gotta leave that. We gotta leave that. What's the name alone? West Coast. I was just thinking we wasn't going to see West Coast Wise because I just looked on Facebook when I put the link to the live on Facebook. West Coast Wise, he lost his phone. But West Coast, you see the hammer starting to come down, right? Yeah, that's That's wild stuff, man. But you got to look at the amount of change that they're able to bring about. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have to bring about the change. The people volunteer for the change. Now, listen, this is the next step. I told y'all. See, yeah, look, when I see some stuff with the naked eyes, you can tell me all this conspiracy stuff about this supposed to be that, that's supposed to be this. But see, when I see some stuff with the naked eye that confirms. See, now listen, you know what's coming next, right? I'm going to tell y'all what's coming next. And remember, you heard it here first on the Random Jews channel. When they start asking motherfuckers to snitch, then you know we've crossed the Rubicon. When they start asking you to turn motherfuckers in your family, in your circle, that you know don't have the vaccine. That's when things is gonna start getting ugly. Right now, we just saying we even start. You know how they do it. You know who they gonna get you with, right? You know when you're gonna feel, look, you know you're gonna say et tu brute. You know who's gonna make you say et tu brute? It's gonna be your kids. See, if your kids didn't get that same speech that I got before kindergarten, the first day I went to school, that's one thing they told me. But listen, when you go down there, don't tell people about our business in this house. That's our business. See, by the time they go, you know what I mean? Teach the babies, yo, listen, this is killing everybody, and do you have to do your duty to save the world? Here, take this paper, you know, uh, you know, anybody that you know that doesn't have the vaccine, write their name down. ACS not showing up at your door. Excuse me, sir, do you have your vaccine card? It's about to get raw. I told y'all, man, listen, I'm the number one chief conspiracy theorist in chief. I just let y'all talk. I just let y'all talk, but I got this. I'm way out ahead of you. Man, West Coast, they already hit you. They already hit you out there too. West Coast said he wasn't allowed to do one of his jobs. He wasn't vaccinated. Yeah, I know Seattle is out there. You can look for this in all the major cities. I guess if you're in Florida, Texas, of course, it's a little bit different. But yeah, Seattle, Boston, Chicago. Yeah, this should be reaching a theater near you soon. The God I be says Sanetta said what? What? How could he the only one? Listen, man. I don't know what it is about Sanetta, man. He don't give up. Not coming on the show. I said, yeah. Yeah, as soon as you go outside, man. You were talking about going in this house. Oh man, yeah, you got. No, I'll tell you. If you ain't teach your kids that, they go right outside. Oh, my body's not vaccinated. It's not vaccinated. Oh, watch these people. See, one thing about my kids, right? They always knew that we had another life outside of what they deal with that don't mix. Like, don't come here and tell us the decorations that they put up for Christmas. And don't go there arguing with the teacher about you 5%. So I was never really, that's not, I don't have to be concerned. But if you haven't, uh, you know, been teaching in that way, then yeah, you better start teaching like that now. He didn't catch that shit over here. He better be glad he be wherever he brought that shit over here and leave that shit over here. But yeah, whoever, whatever made Sarnetta believe that he caught that over here. See, now look, here's a good example of what I'm saying. Don't dry snitch at a time like this. Don't see, even don't dry snitch at a time like this, nigga. That's what's going on, son. See, like I told you, they can't really make you do it, but what they can say is, we're going to make this a barrier to you receiving the general benefits of society. But I would have to say, just I don't know how it is that he caught it and nobody over here, nobody over here has it. You know what I mean? We got people be over here 80 years old. People come over here, diabetes, high blood pressure, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And not one person caught it. Nobody called back and said, yeah, man, he's not been sick ever since then. But we aware that, listen, man, controversy sells. See, because most people's life is boring. Most of life is boring. You at the job, I mean, unless you know, bungee jump or something for a living, you at the job, fuck you doing? Filling out this paper over here, moving this shit from over there to over there, whatever the fuck you do. Saw people over there run their mouth because they bored. So this is why a lot of people is attracted to controversy. Sometimes it's not even that it's controversy, it's that it's action. That's why old people will argue about anything. Like, boy, you saw that boy got 2 cups of water. What's wrong? What's wrong with that boy? He came in my refrigerator, got 2 cups of water. Because there ain't nothing going on. But there's that little bit of action right there, they with it. So the average person, that controversy is just some type of action. So it sells. Sells on YouTube, sells on the news, sells in the street. But we know Cuomo, that stop raping broads. I don't know what's up with him. He can't, he can't be raping broads. Listen, man. For me personally, that's the end of the story. Like, even look, Bill Cosby, I understand all the stuff that people trying to say, look, and I can appreciate that. But saying you can't be raping broads. It's a whole type channel. You can't, you know, I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. SW. Yeah, West Coast Wild to get that too. That I gotta find the person, whoever, it's about to be a black market like crazy for them cards. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, I'm shut down. Like, I'm like, damn, saying, I never, you know, like, if it's really gonna be like this, because I'm saying I'm shut down. If that goes through, but I don't think it's gonna be able to go through because it's gonna be too much people. Like, they're gonna lose. Like, what I heard, one of the reasons they did it is that the police only had like 40% people vaccinated. The fire department only had like 30%. So I'm saying, all right, maybe that forces them to do it. But what happens if they like, yeah, well, fuck it then. Like, SW, cash me out. Like, I'm good for 30% of the pension or whatever I'm good for now. Let me get that and keep it pushing, man. I ain't taking no vaccine. And just the economic, the damage that it's going to do. I just don't see him going through with it. And I think, and not for nothing, somebody just brought up Cuomo. I think that's going to be the savior. I think Cuomo is going to say something, right? To not even because he give a fuck, but just to draw attention from the fact that you raping broads. So I think he gonna be like, nah, we not gonna do that to the city. We not gonna shut down all the Western name. Dr. Vinci, SW said this is the new segregation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's how you gotta enforce segregation is through the people. See, that's how I always tell. Look, this is something that colored people be saying. And it's funny, because Encyclopedia Brown, he's over there right now. Encyclopedia Brown, he gets into it with these people over there, uh, you know, trying to spread understanding, make understanding understood about reparations and why we should get it and all that. But This is definitely this is a big one. Yeah, knowledge. Smell good, be righteous. Yeah, that's gonna be look, it's about to be escape from New York if that happens. It's about to get real, man. I'm telling you. Like, listen, you took about a lot of people, right? You know, with good middle class jobs, man. You talk about, you talk about the city workers, the state workers. You talk about a lot of people, right, that is keeping a lot of teenage boys off the street. That's all of a sudden going to be thrust into not having a job, son. So it's about to get raw out here. You think y'all been hearing it's been going crazy in New York. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. That's yeah. Hey man, listen, Joseph. They ain't accuse him of rape, just sexual misconduct. Listen, man, when you've been the attorney general of the state of New York, that's rape, son. You can't be police and do that. I mean, you police. So got you. But was he the attorney general? No, what he was before this. The fuck? Yeah, he might not have been that. But still, though, you the governor, say you raping bros, man. Stop it. It's one of them things. Like, look, it's like the difference between found and stole. It's sometimes there's a fine line there. Come on, trust it, man. Nah, man, you get life. What you talking about? You police. Bishop said they trying to make the vaccine mandatory on a federal level too. Yeah, that's look. We was waiting on you guys, Simon Devon. With they did they hit you yet? At your gate? You know, West Coast wise, that's a good point right there. I didn't really look at it like that though. As West Coast wise made a comment that his job tried to push the mandatory, but said that it's the customers that are wanted. You know what I'm saying? So he telling let me get my notice, or let me know what y'all gonna do, so I give you my notice, because I have been seeing that on the news a lot, that there's a labor shortage. I got another kind of understanding about that though. We get into that another day. You know what I'm saying? But this labor shortage thing, I got my own way of seeing that. You know, they're using the terminologies they want to use, but uh, the point Wise is making is that look, it's other gigs. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I think that's going to be one of the things too. Like that's what I thought before they announced this mandatory shit, right? I knew it was coming. But you know what I thought was going to happen? I thought it was going to be some shit where it's like, okay, if you already work there, especially like if you had like a union job where the union could come in and be like, nah, that shit ain't in the fucking agreement. You know what I mean? We ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, jobs that, you know, you can't really get other people to do that job, you know what I mean, efficiently. So what I was figuring is they was going to leave the people that's already working, they was going to leave them be. But then if you get hired at a new job, that's when they're going to hit you and say, nah, you got to have the what's the name. You know what I mean? Wait, what he got this on his channel or something? He's saying this on his channel? Nah, everything is open. And that's what's crazy, knowledge, is that look, it's gonna be all this vaccine, but it ain't coming into September. So what the fuck? You know what I mean? You doing all this mandatory shit, but you know, so is it really that urgent that you gotta make it mandatory a month away? But you know, that's how they do it. So you know, yeah, nah, nothing is shut down right now. You know, everybody's just kind of, you know, what you can see is the mask kind of came back out. Like for like the last like 2 to 3 weeks, I would say the mask was kind of like gone. You know what I mean? Like you might go in the store, you see like one or two people with the shit. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't you know, it was going away. But you know, today back to just people just walking down the street with the shit on. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like you walking down the street and ain't nobody walking by you and shit. You know what I mean? Or you see a motherfucker right nigga riding in his car with the mask on. I remember one time I seen a chick, right? She got she got in the they was two nurses. So she get in the car with the mask and the gloves on. Hey, what? This is a hotel channel, but you better get the fuck out of my car. Fuck is you in? Wait, you in my car with a mask? What the fuck you protecting yourself? And you sitting in my car? If I got it, you got it. What you talking about? But that's what it is. That's just, you know, that's where we at now. So Don Bishop said that what I was saying in terms of the new people that get hired is going to be forced to take the vaccine. Don Bishop is saying that yeah, that's already the what's the name? I heard of certain companies, I think Walmart and certain companies, certain corporations have put the mandate too. Arabi. God, he said it on pseudo killers. What's pseudo killers? That's his new channel or something?
Now I haven't seen pseudo killers. I haven't with Sinetta is I watch his channel, but it's it's one of them things where you gotta be in that mood. So when I'm in that mood, I might even binge watch it. You know what I mean? I watch a couple of, couple matches. Mean Gene setting up matches. But I don't. So American Airlines and JP Morgan. Yeah, all New York City workers. Oh, Aunt's channel. Yeah, nah, I don't watch Aunt really. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows why he said that? You know what I mean? But everybody, and it's one of them things too where look, we become the bad guy once again. Like, look, we talking about our brother that look, you have cats come to your house from all over the country. You go on 125th, put your mic and your camera and all kinds of people face, interacting with all kinds of people. But who got you sick? The 5%. Woo! Gotta embrace it. It's taking a while to fill it up. Still here. Just get back to the action. We're about to get back to our topic as well, the value of the naked eye. Hold on. Yeah. So, that's the whole thing. I mean, like I said, you heard some things here first about the chair here.
Yeah, also today too, shout out to Endemic. You know what I'm saying? Today is his born day, his birthday. So we actually going to be cutting it a little bit short today because we got a little. Of course, we didn't have any real celebration for the project, so we're gonna hit the scene tonight. Perhaps, especially too, it's one of those things where it's like, I may not be getting the opportunity to go out for a while again. But we'll see what happens. Get back to our topic, the value of the naked eye. You see, there's some things, right, that we say, and we know what we mean, right? But what we say is not exact. Like today, I was just thinking about something, right? That look, see me, I talk to myself. I answer back too. That's not the problem. Talking to yourself is not the problem. Talking to imaginary people is the problem. See, if I'm talking, right, and I think I'm in a conversation with some other people. I seen that just the other day. Somebody was walking out of the block, right? And they was by themselves. Nobody was even walking around. And all of a sudden they stopped and turned and started arguing with a person. That's not what I do. That's not what I do. But say for instance, I see the story today, you know what I mean? Like what came out about, the mandatory vaccine and everything. I talk to myself about that. And see, y'all be like, yeah, I'm over here. Ain't no guys over here. I don't know nobody to build with. That never happens to me. Because I understand. But see, we say when person talk to themselves, they create, when you're talking to imaginary people, when you don't know that you're the person that's answering back, something's wrong with that. By the same token, right? That's just an example. But to say, when we say we don't take things on face value, right? That's not actually right in exact. It's right, but it's not exact. See, we don't just take things on face value. See, now let me give you an example of something, right, that there's no face value. There's no naked eye. Religion. See, in religion, there's nothing you can tell me that I've seen with my naked eye to show and prove this. It's all speculation. It's all in your mind. It's all your understanding of what happened because that person got sick and then they survived that sickness, right? Your understanding, not the universal understanding that comes from the knowledge and wisdom of what really occurred in the situation and circumstance, but just your understanding that it was a miracle because of your prayers. But there's nothing there with the naked eye that you can show me. You can't show me anything. See, when there's no naked eye, right? You know what we call that? Let me give y'all a second. When there's no naked eye, when there's nothing that can be detected by the five senses. See, when I say can't be detected by the five senses, it's certain things, right? That, even directly, you may not be able to detect it. Meaning I might be inside, right? So I can't feel the wind, but I can look outside and see things blowing. So what happens when we don't have anything? See, because remember, we say face value, we talk about seeing, but no. That's with everything. I mean, all the five senses. So you might feel something that feels good, but it's deadly. You may taste something that tastes sweet, but it's deadly. So that's why we don't just take things on the face value. Yes, we know how to look beyond our five senses, right? And use our supreme intelligence to see things. But see, remember, we had that whole class. Inductive reasoning versus deductive reasoning. And see what happens, right? What happens? What do we call it, right? When there's no face value. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they did. They scared the older guys. A lot of older brothers did get the vaccine. I don't know what was up with that. You know what I'm saying? But you said there's a guy talking about the vaccine on 125th. Who's that? Look, some people say imaginary, right? Listen, that's true. I said, but look, I go a little bit. You can see imagination is a good thing. You don't want to get caught up in imagination, but imagination is vision. You know what I'm saying? That's imagination, right? Is an aspect of our creative power, like our creative power to make things come from inside us. You understand what I mean? To formulate ideas that only those that can see as far as we can see can see. You understand what I mean? Computers at one time was somebody's imagination. You understand what I'm saying? See, what I call it is speculation. When you just run your mouth, you ain't got no proof of nothing what you saying. You telling me all about what happened, you wasn't there. You just speculating, son. And a wise man does not what? See, sometimes you gotta realize, listen, you gonna believe me or your lying eyes? Brother Divine, he's on, wait a minute, on what, you said this is on what, where's this at? Peace. All right, hold on. I see it right now. Hold on, let me see.
The ruling generations of the past, the Greeks, the Romans, and those people, and they dealt with God being a bisexual being. You get what I'm saying? Meaning both hermaphrodite, male and female. So they always understood the science of going up to each other. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then if you understand the science of marriage, the best man would sleep with the bride before you got married. That's why these so-called leaders said the day to marry, they gotta have sex with your woman. I'm not saying it ain't, but you see now you have to be vaccinated. Sitting at that flag. How long have you been involved in the mission of Barcelona? Maybe, well, I'm 54 now, maybe about a good 40 years.
Maybe.
Maybe a good 40 years. So I take it back. You mastered 120, or can you ever master 120?
He caught you, man.
See,
he caught you, my nigga.
It's just like any other way of life, any other culture. You know, it's incumbent on you to seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. 120 is not the end. It may be the beginning, but it's not the end. You have to study and learn and multiply. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's coming on you, a man, a sense, or a man seeking knowledge and wisdom of the world is to seek knowledge. This is not the only way. I liken it to we traveling on the road, we going up different streets to get to the same end. Because all truth is universal. There's certain things that are universal. Honor your mother and your father. Want for your brother what you want for yourself. Tell the truth, shame the devil. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie, cheat, steal. Don't rob, don't kill. These things are universal, whether you are member of the God nation, the God of earth, a Christian, a Jew, a Protestant, a Catholic. These things are important. So you see this flag, you think that I'm dogmatic about views, and I am not. Because you have to understand other people to understand yourself. Because we are designed not to see ourselves, but to see each other. That's why self-hate is so prevalent in the black neighborhood. Because if you hate yourself, you want to hate me. Because you want to hate what you see, because I look just like you. You understand what I'm saying? So don't ostracize somebody because they're a different way of life or a different culture than you. Just say what do we agree on first. And then we'll work the other issues out together. Because the one thing we share is that we're black. And we have the same problems, the same issues. How do you make mathematics work for you? Like the stuff that you learned as growing up as a kid. How do you apply that to your life? I apply it to my life because 1 and 1 is 2 is a universal principle. The only language that is 100% correct is mathematics. Because mathematics do not lie. And the way I apply it to my life, I always be at the top of the 8 and not the bottom of the 8. The top of the 8 means I'm building, and the bottom of the 8 means I'm being destroyed. And a lot of times that comes from self. And self is the universal builder. That's why the man represents the knowledge. And the woman represents the wisdom, which is the truth. And you cannot get to the 3 without her. That's why she's more important in the mathematical sense than the man is. You understand what I'm saying? So when you understand these truths and you apply it to your life, you gotta go through hell to come out right. But But you start with the love because your mother loves you. That's why she birthed you. You understand what I'm saying? So that is applicable to everywhere in life if you apply it right. Because the only problem that's universal is you. All your problems have one thing in common, you. So you have to turn that mirror inward and stop turning it outward. Looking at other people is the problem. Because you're the problem. The greatest devil exists in self, not outside of self. Because there's nothing outside 360 degrees. That's the illusion that you're being sold.
So when you hear the teachings that the white man is the devil, and so now I hear you saying that the greatest devil exists within yourself, could that be contradicted?
No, it's not contradictory. Because the devil comes from the black man. So that's why when I say the greatest devil is in you, because he exists in you, he came from you through a gravitation process. So he's in you, whether you realize it or not, because the black man can make any man on earth. The black man can make you the genealogy of the black man. The black is dominant and the white is recessive. So he exists in you through a gravitation process, but you grasp yourself nowadays. The things you put in your body, the things you put in your head, the things you put on your back, the clothes that you wear, the food that you eat, the drugs that you use, the alcohol that you drink, you destroy yourself. So for me to say the white man is the devil, that's an actual fact. But the greatest devil is you because you love him for nothing. And you hate yourself for nothing. This is why you always trying to alter yourself when you was made pure from the beginning. When you sleep, you see black. When you wake up, you see black. When you die, you see black. What is so uncommon about saying that black is the foundation? That's mathematics. That's how I apply that to my life. When I wake up, I know that I have to keep things in motion. That is caused by time. That is how time is caused. Time is caused by motion. And when you stop moving, you dead. You have to understand something. The people that control.
Yeah, I ain't never seen this brother a day before in my life, but he's airing Mean Gene out. he's Hey, listen, he's doing some serious teaching right there. Listen, that's what I'm talking about. You know, I thought he was about to fall victim into some of these things where, you know, Mean Gene tries to bait people. You know, Mean Gene is that dude that be like, look, if two dudes be beefing, you know, somebody be like this, like, yo, somebody hit my hand first. Like, whoever hit my hand, you hitting the other person. Like, you hit my hand, then I'm gonna hit the person. Like, you there, like, you just trying to start it. You know, Mean Gene is that person, like, two people is beefing, and then Mean Gene go behind one person and push them into the other person. You know what I'm saying? Just to get it started. So I thought he was about to fall into that, but nah, the guy was on point, man. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I don't recognize him right there. Maybe, you know, if I see him in a different. Scientific, that's some brother named Divine. I don't know. Khalid Asil. Love Eternal. Said he is dark skinned. And he was on 125th Street. I don't know if he was wholesaling out there, but I don't recall. Yeah, now look, he did say some things. I'm not going, you know, when you die, you see. That's already, look, we ain't got to leave the black off. When he said, when you die, you see. Yeah, that's a little bit of a, you know, see, you know, that's one of the reasons why we did that, though. back in the days. Like that's one of the things where people say, yeah, that's what the bad guys, right? That's what we would do. Like every little word that you say, you know what I mean? Like I said, that's not really a slang term now. But those was words that dudes would use. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we was over there, we was chilling. Yo, we was down on the deuce, we was bugging. Bugging out, come around 5%, like, wait, whoa. Son, don't chill. Bugging out, that's what flies, man. I thought you was a true living guy. Like all these different things because you got to acknowledge what you say. You understand what I mean? Because, you no matter what you think in your head, right? What you say is also bringing about the understanding. And it's going to be a part of the understanding or misunderstanding. You understand what I'm saying? And so, yeah, a lot of times, a person, you would say one word. And look, I just was talking about that. How sometimes we say something, right? We say we don't take things on face value. But what we really mean is that we don't just take things on face value. Just like we don't just take things on this speculation. We don't just take things because you painted this picture of a mansion in my head, right? But I don't see no mansion, right? But I give you the money. So, there was a few spots, what I'm saying, definitely where, he went where I wouldn't have went. But if I was in that conversation, I wouldn't have interrupted him. Like I wouldn't have stopped him to say, yo, God, I understood what he meant. Is that all of these is times, right, when there's no light. You know what I'm saying? When he was saying when you rest in whatever, you obscured from the light. And he was just trying to demonstrate how that was the origin of all things. So for you to ask him, he could explain that for himself. You know what I mean? But generally speaking, I don't do that. So yesterday we saw, the brother was talking. I don't have to say nothing. Because he's saying what I would say. But yeah, what I mean? It's real boiling. Yeah, I thought Saul was going, it looked like he was getting him, but you saying Devon, man, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I could be. But I mean, I've been around more than 15 years, so I don't call. Like I said, maybe it's one of those, like you said, 15 years, he could have changed enough in 15 years that I don't recognize him right now. He said the vax is the mark of the beast. You needed to buy and sell and conduct business. I mean, I was late to it. Brothers put me up on it down in the village. You know what I'm saying? Like dudes was walking around with behold a pale horse. Now there's some things that maybe it comes from somewhere else. I'm sure it's in the Bible or something. You know what I mean? But this whole mark of the beast associated with buying and selling and all of these things, came out of that book. So you're going to see a lot of people that's in them age groups, you know what I'm saying, using that type of terminology. You know what I'm saying? To say it's the mark of the beast. Listen, first of all, let's keep it 100. We got 10,000 marks of the beast. Every dollar in your pocket, got a face of the beast on it. You know, it has the markings of the beast on it. And so just the same way he said, it applies to, yeah, you need that divine cell, your social security card, your cell phone. We have 1,000 marks of the beast. You know what I mean? So, you know, to say that marks, you know, I'm not into that religious stuff. You know, and I'm not even, I don't want to say that's religious, but just all that stuff where, look, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing righteousness. Somebody come around me, do devilishment, we'll deal with that then. But all this other stuff, man, because then you start to get into this thing where things are ordained, right? And so to me, it just kind of takes away, you know, like if things are gonna just be ordained, you know, the color man is gonna just drop off the planet because the year is 1914. You know, and there's nothing that you have to me, that's where you start to ease over into the side of religion. See, the Son of Man searched for trillions of years, meaning you didn't reach to this mindset in one day. You went through the steps and stages, you know what I mean? The same way, you know, of grafting. So in terms of, you know, it being the mark of the beast, you know, I mean, yeah, it is, you know, but I would look at it more as just a kind of tightening of the noose. You know what I'm saying? Where they say, you know, if you give people enough rope, they'll hang themselves, but you can tighten the noose up on them and you know, cut down the time that it takes them to hang themselves. You know what I'm saying? So this is the, you know, that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? There was a difference between when we went to the library and had to use the index cards and read the book to do the research, opposed to just let me Google and taking it on face value. Yeah, you know, you this is what I'm saying. You need both. You need insight and you need eyesight. So one time that was you know, how we should go through understanding. You know what I mean? That understanding consists of the insight and the eyesight. You know what I mean? Eyesight is what you can see from the outside in. You know what I mean? And insight is what you see and hear. In your head, I mean, not see and hear like with your ears. You know what I mean? Just like you got hindsight, right? You got sight and you got foresight. Without the three of them together, you're going, you know, it's not going to work out. See, a lot of people got one, or they might got two, but without all three, it don't work. So you got people, you got all these plans about the future. Your foresight is crazy. But right now, nigga, the shit you doing, you ain't never going to get to what you saying. You're not doing nothing to get to that point that you're talking about. Now, we know a good 80%, 80 to 90% of people have 20/20 hindsight vision. But even some people ain't got that. There's some people where things happen to them and they don't know why it happened. And that's why they doing the same thing. You like, you don't see it, do you? You don't. Hey, wait a minute, hold on, slow down. Let's think about what's the common denominator here. You're still not seeing it, dude. See how many people come in here and be talking, and I be telling them something. They leave, they still ain't see it. This shit that's been happening to you over and over throughout your life. And then you got some people, look, you got motherfuckers can't see what's going on right in front of their face. When you like scrams, these people is playing you, man. Yo, this is you see what that you they stealing from you, man. They don't see it. They can't see what's going on right in front of their face. You need all of them. So by that same token, you need the face value, you need the naked eye, and you need the well-trained third eye. The well-trained third eye. See, that's what we do when we deal with mathematics and we learn how to break things down. We train in our third eye to see things. And that's why other people can look at what we see and don't see what we see. They can look at what we look at and don't see what we see because their third eye is not well trained. See, like I said, we was well trained. Every word that you're using, everything that you eat, and every ingredient that's in this food product. And so you have to have, right, what's seen with the naked eye, as well as you have what's seen with the well-trained third eye. You can see when you do either one without the other, right, you become religious. See, because you can't see with your naked eye, right, 24,896 miles. You can't see 196,940,000 square miles with the naked eye. You're not going to see 25,000 years of history with the naked eye. You're not going to live it with your physical life. You're going to need the well-trained third eye to analyze some things that can't be detected with the naked eye. See, look, when the mist ascends higher, you can only detect that with the third eye. Same mist, same atmosphere. When it distills back to the planet, you can see it with the naked eye. But see, if you don't understand both aspects, right, you're going to think it comes from something mysterious. See, if all you feel is the rain coming down on your head, right? If all you feel is the rain coming down on your head, you like, damn, where's this shit coming from? It's coming from somebody pissing on me. And see, if it never rained, right, you would be like, damn, son, what happened to all the water? Wasn't that a whole ocean right there? See, because you don't know about evaporation. And so therefore, you could not detect that the mist would ascended higher. Or you would just be saying, damn, son, what the fuck keeps happening to all the water? And that's why people was religious for thousands of years, right? And that's one of the main things they was religious about. Spike Lee got a crypto commercial. What's going on? The Knicks, Melo wanted to come to a championship team. Where's Melo now? All right. Do what you want to do at this point. I mean, if you if Melo's a part of your championship hopes right now, you might be. And look, I peace to the guy, I love the guy, but I'm just saying, I don't know if you want to pin your hopes and dreams for a championship on Melo. Melo went to the Lakers. Well, the Lakers is trying to stack up. You know what I'm saying? Didn't they just get they just got somebody else? They trying to get this last little bit of juice out of LeBron. I mean, let's see, man. You know what I mean? One thing I think was proven this year is that, the super team, the super team has been rolling for about, Westbrook. They got Westbrook, no doubt, yeah. The super team has been rolling now. In my opinion, really, there's always been super teams. The only difference is those teams was drafted. Like, dude, if you got 3 people on your team that's on the 50 greatest list, how you gonna tell me that's not a super team? Like, dude, you had the ball. Like, you got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Bob McAdoo. Like, dude, get out of here, man. That's a super team. The difference is how they were put together. And that's why I don't condemn no super team. Because if Jerry West, right, the colored man, puts the team together, then he's the greatest general manager of all time. Because he put Shaq and Kobe together. He put Magic and Kareem together. But if LeBron does it, something's wrong. So listen, even if you want to say, look, LeBron's better, George's better than him, Kobe's better than him, listen, LeBron James is the greatest general manager of all time. Right, the Bulls was a super team. They was all the same. When Moses Malone came to Philly with Dr. J and Maurice Cheeks, they made super teams. The only difference is the brothers is putting them together now. I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you another thing that I would say LeBron is head and shoulders over Kobe. LeBron was a better leader. LeBron got championship play out of people that they was not championship players. Kobe had to have championship players around him. they had to put, I'm saying, Tristan Thompson is not a championship player like that. You know what I mean? The dudes that, he always had his big three, but the other dudes that was there that he was able to get performance out of, he brought some of these dudes to a level where they made the All-Star game. And you're right. See, when Kobe had switch, he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't do nothing with that. See, Powell and them, they was already stars. They you know what I'm saying? They not saying he was on that level with Kobe, but you bringing in somebody. But that's another issue. We gotta get back to basketball. I see, we got a couple people in the draft. We see what happens in Vegas. Who comes off like what? You know what I'm saying? But like I was telling y'all, we about to wind down. For the people that's new, you just coming in, don't be alarmed. Y'all don't know these people yet. But you start winding this one down. Make sure you did the each one teach one, hit the like button. If you just came in. Think LeBron James is they're gonna let LeBron, do you think they're gonna let LeBron own a team? I mean, this is what I'm saying though. The super team this year, who's Kyle? Oh, Kyle Lowry? Nah. Kyle Lowry's not a super team player. You said Rose. Oh, Rose re-signed with who? Your Dipset versus the Locks. The Locks is probably better MCs, but I think the Dipset got better songs. I think Dipset is gonna win that. This is the same way, listen, when RZA and Premier battle, you know what I'm saying? I knew beat for beat is, probably was leaning towards Premier, but Wu-Tang had better songs. I don't think they're gonna let LeBron own a team because LeBron is not indoctrinated, and that's been a problem for them. I think LeBron is one of the people where as soon as they get an opportunity to get rid of him, they're gonna get all the way rid of him. You know what I'm saying? He's going in the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar category. Yeah, you did your thing, nigga, but get the fuck on. Talking that black shit. So like I said, to me, what's different with LeBron is he came straight from the streets to the NBA. So he never got that indoctrination. You know what I'm saying? With, that Charles Barkley indoctrination, you know what I mean? Where they've given you a whole lot of nothing. So you like them a lot. LeBron never got it. But and who's Bam? Nah, I wouldn't say it's a super team. Nah. But I will say this, that this year, right, it was proven that a team like that team can beat a super team. And see, one of the things that's been happening is it's been super team going against super team. You know what I mean? You got, what's the dude? Steph Curry's team. Yeah, them, and then you got, you know, LeBron and the Cavaliers, you know what I mean? Or you got LeBron and the Heat against the Boston Celtics with their big three. You understand what I'm saying? But this year, it showed that, if everything don't work out just right for these dudes, you know what I'm saying, we can win. Yeah, the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? I think that's said LeBron might buy a team in another sport. Well, long money is long money. You know what I'm saying? But I do think this too. Even in terms of when they tell you things like, look, the average household wealth, right, of a Black family, right, is listen, injuries count. Like, I don't know why people, they just lost this injury. Injuries count. See, this is what I'm saying. You can't be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and have 40,000 points and be injured all the time. If it was one thing that made Jordan, it was his durability. He really only had one injury that really kept him out. And he said the team really was making him stay out the tank. You got durability counts, man. You can't say that. You can't listen. If a person is 7 foot, that counts. So physical ability is a part of it. You know how many people would be in the NBA if the physical ain't having to do with it? Peace.
Jump in there quick fast. Let me jump in here quick fast.
Yeah. You know, but see, this is what I'm saying. When you say the average Black family, right? So you said now it's 36,000. What I'm saying is this: if you go back to 1950 and you do whatever inflation adjusted dollars, right? You're gonna say, well, the wealth of the average family increased. It doubled. It tripled. You see what I mean? But see, here's the problem. In economics, there's a concept called a rising tide lifts all boats. So all the boats that's out in the water, if the water level rise, everybody comes up. But here's the thing. You still in the cruise ship, you still in the yacht, and I'm still in the dinghy. So by the same token, yeah, people, athletes and everything, they got a little bit more money. So maybe LeBron got $1 billion. But guess what, Sam? And I know, listen, we not at that level. We not at that level. We not balling like that. But it's just saying, if we was balling like that, let me tell you something. $1 billion ain't what it used to be. It's not. See, back in the time, yeah, that was you got $1 billion and we let you on that team. But nah, Steve, how much Steve Ballmer bought the Clippers for? Like now, the dudes that's out there now, they you competing, you got $1 billion, but now you competing with somebody that got 200 billion. If you got like 5 guys, that's over $100 billion. See, what I'm saying is that, listen, even people like Oprah, you gotta stay in your lane. See, when Oprah, when she got her own channel and all that, they had to show her, oh, you're a little bit too big for your britches. And at first, she wasn't getting no ratings. Then she started coming back and talking some dumb shit. The shit where they were talking about, oh, you did this where you condemned all the Black men, but you didn't say that to the white men. Okay, yeah, go ahead back and get your money now. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, and look, I'm not saying that that's a limitation of, just because I'm saying the original person. I'm saying that's because you playing that game. Meaning if you had $1 billion, you say, yo, you know what? Now I'm gonna do some some shit. Boom, I'm gonna find some brothers that's about something in the neighborhood. Boom, and we gonna do some grassroots shit and we gonna build it up. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's different. But I'm saying if you playing Monopoly, son, this is the rules. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, while he got the loot, you know, the people, and let's face it, teams don't come up for sale every day. You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan had to really toe the line, son. And then listen, they ain't never let him get nothing. Now I can't say that some of it ain't his fault. Like, you know, apparently he's not a very good judge of talent. You know, like he was talented. So, you know, probably he could have did some things, but you know, he's always, you know, you stay in your lane. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they would have gave him, you know, that team that you got, that small market team, you can't really, you know, spend all this money. That's what they was going to give him. Because listen, it works better for us than it does for you. It works more for the NBA for them to say, now we got black owner. Because all Jordan has done is mess his legacy up. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't he would have sold sneakers regardless. So yeah, $2 billion. Steve Ballmer just bought the Clippers. So what team you gonna buy? You gonna buy the Yankees? You ain't buy the Yankees for no $2 billion. I'll tell you that right now. I got an idea though. West Coast wise. West Coast wise and VC realm. I got an idea for both of y'all. Why don't LeBron and Jay-Z get teams for Seattle and St. Louis? You can thank me later. You can thank me later for coming up with this. You can thank, hey, listen, that's what I do. I'm an ideas man. I'm an ideas man. You can thank me later. Go ahead and draw that up. Right. See, now Freedom just brought up somebody. Shaq is a good example. And see, Shaq know how to play their game. Like Shaq know how to go smile on their face, right? And still be a nigga. Only thing I don't like about Shaq, he been police for decades. He does, you know, there's times when he's been tried it out. When I say tried it out, meaning, you know, let's go get Charles Barkley to come and say, yeah, it was black people protesting. I don't know what they protesting for. That's, you know, they tried to Shaq out a couple times. I think during the riots, they tried to Shaq out. Say a little. Yeah, you ain't buying Cowboys for $2 billion. You ain't buying the Knicks for $2 billion. You ain't. That's what I'm saying. The teams that is really, you know, he can come in and have an impact like that. You know, and like I said, it's not that he's not worthy. It's not that he don't have the skills, especially them pigs, especially them cats that he got with him. That's his managers and all that. You know, they do their thing. I'm just saying that. You listen. So my uncle used to say, right? Now, my pops used to play chess. That was his thing. He used to play chess. And I used to always notice that my uncle would rarely play with him. I used to see him outside playing, but he rarely played with my pops. So I remember one day, I had, I got the chessboard right there. I'm like, yo, what's up? You want to play chess? He's like, nah, I want to play checkers. I'm like, well, you play checkers? Let's play checkers. Swept all my pieces off the board. Right? A couple times, man, he's going in on me, right? Then he said, listen, man, let me tell you something. Never play another man's game. Because my family was ruthless like that with games. I had another uncle. He was my grandfather's brother. He don't gamble with him. Like he was a professional. My uncle was the type of person get kicked out of the casino. Like he get kicked out. Like, look, son, I don't know what you doing. Get out of here. You don't ever come back. He's a card shark. When you say a shark, he was a shark. He didn't care how old you was. He didn't care how little the bet. You could be betting 5 cents. He didn't give you no money back. That's it ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, I want all your money. Here, why don't you take hair? Go get something from the store. Nah. And that's when I learned. As a small child, don't play another man's game. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they don't have the ability, they don't have the savvy, but I'm saying that there's individuals, right, who make a living off of how things is. And when somebody's making a living off of how things is, they're ready to die to keep it that way. Yeah, Shaq be voluntary police. I always chalked it up to, but see, it also is why Shaq was very smart with his money, is that, his step pops was that military. Remember, he first came out, he had that military dude that had him, on point. So he came from a kind of background where he had discipline. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't see Shaq getting caught up in different things. Like even listen, when they had a situation with Kobe, and they say, yo, Kobe, what happened with this girl? And then he said, well, Shaq be doing stuff too. He's paid all this money to women. And the police just looked at Kobe like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Maybe if you paid your money, you wouldn't be here. See, y'all Kobe fans don't like talking about that. Yeah, Shaq, police, man. Nah, it's not going to be the same West Coast wise. Ron could buy a small market team and get their attention. No, he cannot. Because listen, then what happened to Mike? What happened to Jordan? I don't see it. Mark Lamar Hill basically said that about our people running for office. We won't win that way. It's their game. Now, that you're not gonna win, right? There's something. See, here's the thing with politics. I don't, you're not ultimately that never happens. The only time the only peaceful revolution that I know about where there was no gunfire was Libya. When Muammar Gaddafi came in, it was basically, the confluence of everybody's mindset was that this dude that's the leader has to go. And so Gaddafi just was the dude that stepped to him and was like, yeah, you out of here. But they didn't have no war or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Politics never really leads to revolution. You understand what I'm saying? Bloodshed leads to revolution. So far, I'm talking about just in the, just as a study of history. You understand what I mean? However, right, until you get to that point, right, where it's going to be revolution, politics, economics, these things is still stuff we got to do in order to survive to that point. You know what I'm saying? When and if, we're talking about revolution, but, I can agree with that aspect that, it's clear, just like we here right now. You know what I'm saying? Look, before 9/11, right? So let's say 22 years ago, one of the basic, kind of things that they would say represented freedom in America was freedom of movement. Like the whole, the American automobile and the car and all these roads and all of this stuff. That freedom to just go where you want to go, right? And then all of a sudden they just changed the rules on us. Wait, but do you have your shot? All right, well, you can't come in. Do you have your shot? Well, how you planning on getting over there? Because you can't ride my train. So if you're dealing with a system where the rules is constantly shifting, which is, like I said, sometimes when people tell me about things where it's like, yeah, but see, if I'm living in a world where mathematics don't apply, I can't operate in this world. So, I agree with, I'm pretty sure Mark Lamont Hill wasn't telling people, to avoid the political process. And I would hope that people didn't take it that way. You know what I mean? But I would also want people to know that when you engage in the politics, right, that this is the whole science of it. You know what I mean? This is the history of it. This is, ever since we started going to school, they started teaching you about the Greek city-states and the tribes and all of this different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Julius Caesar and the dictatorships and how the Republic was born and all of these different things. We actually have to study these things because, see, that's the science. We keep getting bad deals in politics, right? Because every generation